Welcome back to another Trap or Die film session, man. I'm your host of the Trap or Die podcast, Molly Mo, Coach Mo, Hen Dog Mo, all that good stuff, man. Jamal Forrest. And listen, man, Daron Payne was a menace against the Denver Broncos. I think we know about what he did in that second half opening drive against the Denver, like literally shutting down the entire drive by himself. But that is a moment of what was an excellent game against the Denver Broncos. And I think we will be doing him a disservice if we don't talk about the data he had against these guys, man. It was all pro level type of performance. And honestly, I think first and foremost, I want to see it again against Buffalo to see if he can help us push forward to that 3-0 mark. But also, I want to see like if he can continue this throughout the season, because that's an all pro level performance. And if you get multiple performances like that, we're talking about an all pro player. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the film session. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts is on Daron Payne moving forward. But yeah, let's go. All right, let's start with early in the game, man. I think first and foremost, you see Daron Payne lined up as the one-tech defender on the front side or the strong side of the formation, right? So he's in between 77. He's in between the center. I don't see his number right now, but the right guard in the center, right? And the Broncos are running a simple duo play. You got two double teams up front, up front with 74 and 79 on the left side, and then 69 and 84 on the right side, and one-on-one with Daron Payne. First and foremost, the lineman is way too low and lunging at Daron Payne. So kudos for Daron for being quick enough in terms of his processing and identifying the block, but also being quick enough with his hands and like, yo, this ain't what you want, bro. You better tighten up, all right? So with that, initially doing his job, the focus on Daron Payne, doing his job forces the running back to bounce outside, and boom, trying to get pursuit right there. So good play on Daron Payne to get that guy outside his gap and limited to I think that was like a 4 or 5 yard gain. A few plays later, you get Daron Payne's masterclass in causing havoc, right? The 3 plays in a row that got the defense off the field and helped continue building the comeback for Washington Commanders right out the half. So you get Daron Payne now a little shade inside the right tackle, right? So you got essentially like a 3 technique, and he's facing 77, and I can't see the number for the right tackle. He's to the left of 84, the tight end, right? The Broncos run that full slide protection. Basically, you got all the offensive linemen sliding left, and Daron Payne quickly wins inside with a little rip move underneath that tackle's inside shoulder, inside arm. And now you see the closing speed from Daron Payne to get upfield and close that sack. Now, granted, you're not seeing, Russell Wilson in terms of like the play action. He's at the top of his drop. Like, that's how quickly Daron Payne got there. At the top of his drop, Russell has no time to react. And you're not going to be able to see Russell in that type of situation often where he doesn't have a chance to make a move or anything like that. So, again, Daron Payne winning so quickly that Russell Wilson has nowhere to go. Next play. 8 up 77 again. TFL, right? Winning at the snap. Beating the block, right? They're trying to run it, I think, what it looks like an inside zone. In closing. Granted, I want you all to know this is actually very big for Daron Payne, right? Because Daron Payne's issue, like if you all follow Pro Football Focus, right? They mention how they graded Daron Payne last year. Sometimes you know that Daron Payne had dominant games, right? But then you will wonder why the grade will be lower than what you anticipated. One of the biggest things from Daron Payne that I see on film often, I can even show you in the first game with the Cardinals, right? Daron Payne misses a lot of tackles in the backfield, whether it's a sack or whether it's for a TFL. Like, he'll get to the backfield, but he won't finish on the play. And that's just as important as somebody causing a disruption. You got to sometimes finish the play a little bit stronger. And it's not about PFF when I'm talking about this. This is more so just about Daron Payne. Like, how can he be a better player? Understand, like, there is some things, like, this is a big play for Daron. And you see initially he got stiff arm, but he was able to close still regardless. Mainly because outside containment won as well, right? They set the edge, so it fed him back into Daron Payne. But you kind of even saw a glimpse right there. He got stiff arm for a second. But again, effort, pursuit, motor, that's big. And you're going to see more of that as we keep going on. Now here, this is like, I need to make sure that people know This play was big for Daron, right? Because he got the PBU, but you're running an ET twist here between Montez Sweat and Daron Payne, right? You got the 5 technique where Daron is. You're showing a blitz on the right side of Montez Sweat, and then you have Daron as the 3 tech in between 77 and 69. Now, on this twist, you see Montez Sweat is going to crash in, take 69 with him into 77. And you see the power that Montez Sweat generates as he's pressing the pocket and collapsing in on Russell Wilson. So that pressure, you got to think, when you run these twist games, right? In Russell's mind, when you see Montez Sweat close in, oh, I can get to the edge. Like, that's exactly what I can do. But he doesn't see Daron looping. And that's kind of what those line games do up front. Like, if you think about your eyes in a quarterback, right? You think about those scramblers. Like, think about the Chase Young sack. The Jamin Davis sack in the first half where he stripped Russell Wilson. Why was Russell Wilson able to get to the outside? Because he saw nobody was on containment on the outside, so he was able to scramble that. Same thing here, but when it comes to line games, this is what it looks like. You get your guy outside, and he either gets that sack or he gets that PBU like Daron just did. Get off the field, man. 3 and out, baby. So here comes another sequence of plays. Like I showed you the 3 and out that he created. But now I'm showing you another sequence of plays where Washington gets off the field again with a byproduct of Daron Payne's effort, right? So here we go. Let's go ahead and run it. You see Daron Payne 3 technique again on the weak side of the formation, right? Boom. Washington limiting Denver to a 1-yard gain here. But look, you're able to see his use of hands, right? Look where his head is. Now, granted, you want to kind of see it, especially when you're being reached, you want to see it on the play side shoulder. But either way, he has the vision, right? He's moving laterally with the guard pretty well, maintaining his ground. He's not giving up too much. But now the guard is in a position where he's out leveraged, and Javonte Williams is trying to cut inside. Get off me, stacking, shedding, and making the play, right? Has nowhere to go. Playmaker. All right, here we go. You got a second. After that, you get a 2nd and 9, right? And here's your play. Again, bad ball, right? High over top of the running back. Good coverage on the back end with a bracket at the bottom with Benjamin St-Juste and what looks like Derek Forrest over top of Jerry Jeudy. Cam Curl on the running back straps, right? But now you look up front and you see what influenced the bad throw. Daron Payne. At the snap again, 3 technique, right? That's power. Has good grip strength, right? Gets in the shoulders of 77. Sends him one way. Just gets him out the way, bracket that time. Legal hit on Russell Wilson, man, forcing a high ball to the running back. Unable to get a pass completed right there. 2nd and 9. Again, these are all consecutive plays, mind you, right? So now you see 3rd and 9, right? Jack Del Rio runs cover 0 one time in this game, and this is how he sets the tone, and this is when he uses it. Russell Wilson, by the way, everybody, he was pressured, I think, 20 or 22 times, something like that, against the Commanders. He was on his ass damn near the whole game, really. Or maybe after those first 2 drives, he was on his ass damn near the rest of the game. So again, cover 0, what does that mean? I'm sending more than you can really block, that you can account for, right? But I'm going to disguise it some type of way. So I'm going to send this cornerback or this safety, right? Sending him like it's a blitz. But that running back is going out. So now I'm like, okay, I was going to blitz, but I see 25 leaking out. I'm running with him. Now you see Cody Barton sending blitz, right? And he peels off, but he's in a spot. And you see Montez Sweat at the snap showing blitz or showing like he's rushing, but then staying in coverage. I'm sending more that you can account for, right? But I'm just going to win with one of my best pass rushers and Daron Payne on your tackle, right? Easy inside pressure. Unable to get the sack, but we on his ass. 3 and out. Pressure. Constant pressure from Daron Payne, man. All right, here's the last one from Daron Payne. Again, monster effort, pursuit, and energy, man. Like, that is what makes everything about what Daron Payne doing is at an all-pro level, man. How can you disrupt the offense? How can you cause chaos? How can you be relentless as possible through your motor to really show that I'm going to be a problem from quarter 1 to quarter 4? Right here you have, I think this is the 1st and 10 to start a drive, right? And now Daron, he's not getting any pressure in terms of his actual rush, right? So he's not doing much at all right here. But now Russ is escaping the pocket, and he's thinking that he can beat Daron Payne in the foot race to the corner, right? But I'm on your ass, bro. I'm on your ass, man. Another legal hit, too, as well on Russell Wilson. But again, effort, pursuit, motor. Like, I want that from all my defensive linemen. Daron Payne's not quitting when he's getting towards the corner with Russell Wilson. Like, I'm not making anything easy for you, bro. And that's going to wrap it up for Daron Payne, man, his efforts against the Denver Broncos. I need to see this every single week, man. That's my expectation of all these guys on the defensive line. And now that Chase Young is back, I can't wait to see like the full potential of what these guys can do moving forward. We got 15 games left, man. 15 games left of this defensive line, but I want to see this year. And for Washington and Daron Payne, I think that it can only go up. And I would love to see if he can continue to build off the momentum that he had last year and his first 2 games against the Arizona Cardinals and Denver Broncos, man. Buffalo Bills is going to be an excellent test. And even after that, man, Philly's offensive line and Jalen Hurts, another excellent test. So I can't wait. I know you can't wait either. But again, it's going to wrap it up for us. I'm going to see y'all post-game, man, after the Buffalo Bills and Washington Commanders game. So until next time, man, see you later. Peace.
Chop it down, chop it down, you gon' chop it down. Chop it down, you gon' chop it down. Damn, set, watch him throw the ball, man. We gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through 4th and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders, heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Dive.